Alright everyone, strap in. It's time for the final scenario. What's all this light? Could I? Yuki! What's going on? I was shot and then I thought... that was a dream. It was? Yes, it was just a dream. We were having a nightmare. Could I? Aww. Wait. Did we fuck up? What's going on here? Did we lose our only shot at the Cosmo reverse system? Hurry up with those inspections, everyone. Prepare to reactivate. Sir, it seems Mamoru Kodai's consciousness, which has served as the activation pulse, was most likely lost to the sea of quantum particles. We cannot reactivate. You mean it's all over? We can't save the Earth? Kodai. No, Yamato. Was this really your will? Was this really what you wanted? Final scenario. The gulf between past and future. Should get her dragon. And one more, huh? Tessa, I guess. Thank you for coming, everyone. Officer Sonata, what's this important report you had to make? Is it related to decrease in power we just experienced in Yamato? It's very hard for me to say this. Sorry I'm late. Officer Kodai, how's Mori? She's fine. She's awake. What? I heard she had less than a 0.1% chance of regaining consciousness. But she's awake now. Dr. Sato is with her. Sounds like a miracle. That couldn't have been the Cosmo Reverse, could it? Don't worry, Sonata. Sir? You warned us. There's another task we still have to complete. Another task? What is it, Oda? Distortion in Dimensional Horizon confirmed! Is this because of the space-time fusion? No, this distortion center is far away from Earth's. Large boson particle reaction confirmed. This is just like when we were pulled into subspace. You didn't think they were done with us, did you? Gamillas? Do they follow us all the way back to the solar system? Not necessarily. What do you mean? That large-scale release of boson particles is the result of a process very different from the Gamillas' Genshu Tam jump. So they must have been drawn into events unawares and transported in the Milky Way, just like when we were taking Embryo's arsenal. Status report. Our current location is the Milky Way galaxy, near the third planet in the Solar System, Terran. So that tri-planet is Terran? There was nothing about this in the reports from our Galactic Frontier Squad. You have to trust what you see with your own two eyes. That is Terran. If nothing else, Yamato is here. And what are your orders, my lord? Commence firing. Let's pay them back for Polaris. Supreme Leader, why are you so obsessed with that Terran ship? I've come to want it for my own. You have, Your Excellency? Taking that which once drove me to the brink of ruin and adding its power to mine. Don't you find that thrilling? The glory of Great Gamillas is to bring order and salvation to the universe. I am the only one who can achieve that. So yes, that's all I have left anymore. Ihara, send a message to the enemy flagship. Inform them that we have no wish to do battle. It's no use, they're not receiving any transmissions. There's nothing for it. Order all units to launch. Yes, sir. All mobile units launch. Once again, 24 units get to join the party. And yes, I'm gonna go ahead and use Neo Zeong. Who would have thought the Supreme Leader of Gamillas would actually come to Earth? Looks like there was no more than some kind of accident, but they seem serious enough about fighting us. I guess that tyrant must be pretty desperate after being driven from his own country. We maybe have gotten aboard the Yamato last time, but that's not gonna happen again. If that's how they want to do things, we can start by dealing with them once and for all, and then go ahead and use the Cosmo Reverse system. Be careful. I believe that ship is equipped with a wave motion gun. What? And I'm guessing they're not likely to be convinced the wave motion energy shouldn't be used as a weapon. Your Excellency, please leave the advanced troops to me. Very well. They're all yours, Goer. What's wrong with you, Goer? Do you still obey Dessler even now? The time has finally come to use our trump card. Behold, Terrans! What is that giant thing? Is that some kind of mobile armor? No, I know what that is. It's Divinidad. That's the unit Crux Dogatie was using. That's right, you filthy parasites. It's him. Crux Dogatie, you're still alive? If you thought that bio unit destroyed in the last battle was all there was to Crux Dogatie, then you got another thing coming. Yep, if you have no idea what Crossbone plot is, this was the final boss of Crossbone. He's dumb. Yes, in other words, there's more to me than just me. Here comes another one. Yes, and now in every one of these is another one of me. What's going on here? Is this trick like Embryo was using? Those are all artificial humans made using copies of the thoughts of the supreme leader of the Jupiter Empire, Crux Dogatie. Or, since they all have the same thoughts and the same consciousness, you could say they're all the real deal. And what are those copies doing here now? Is it obvious? I want to see Earth's destruction with my own eyes. What? Dogatie, we've given you a chance to crush Terran, just like you've always wanted. Fight with all you have and swear loyalty to Supreme. Don't you order me around. What? Of course, I'm very grateful to your immense luck in arranging the most perfect opportunity. I can't believe I'm going to witness Earth's demise. The overwhelming hatred I can sense from them. It's all centered on the Earth. I never thought I'd feel anything watching the Earth fall into Gamillan attack, so I left the galaxy. But now that I'm looking on it in person, I can't help but feel thrilled. Now, you cursed pirates and all your friends, give in to despair. I am going to defeat you here, since they're the planet's last hope, and then Earth's destruction will be at hand. I see even now, even after you left the Milky Way, you still haven't changed, Dogatie. But you're as thoroughly bound to the Earth as ever. You're no more than an ordinary human being. Such an interesting guest we have here. This promises to be a most enjoyable battle. I can't believe we have to fight many enemies. We still have this many enemies left to fight, even after coming this far. Damn it, we're so close. We'll just have to bust our way through everything, then use the Cosmo Reverse system. All units, focus your attack on the enemy flagship. Take that ship first and rob the Gamillans of their desire for battle. Now let's see what you've got, Yamato. There won't be any tricks like on Polaris this time. I'll defeat you all head on, so that every human can know who the true conqueror of space really is. Yep! That cursed Yamato. I'm gonna take out all my resentment and frustration on that thing right now. So despite everything, he refuses to stop fighting. That man is the embodiment of the old Gamillas. We're going to overcome him and move forward. Nothing we haven't seen before. Oh, yeah, system seizure. Because, they're right next to us? In fact, if I do this... Oh, you don't have it. That doesn't give you charge either. Damn. Oh well. That's fine. Go be a stat aura. You, however, you have snipe. And you still don't have enough? Really? Darn it. Okay. Oh well. Be a stat aura. You, on the other hand... You're a Durgan. You can move and punch things. So this is Crux Dogatie. One of his attacks is just a single eye laser. Not very impressive yet, huh? Snipe? Do you have the range? You don't. Darn. Okay. Time to go wild. You're more likely to kill this. Oh, come on! Alright.
攻撃目標確認。ナイフ、敵の動きを止めて。かかった。今だ。全エネルギーをぶつける。システムオールグリーン。 グランバング、これが私たちの 疲れ様でした。
Wow, okay. Yep, that'll do it. Yep. Time to tactical maneuver Rekka some fools.
亡霊は引っ込んでな。2号部隊のお箱で行く。距離を詰める。全弾撃ち込む。大サービスだ。ほっとけ。爆発する。こいつから逃れる術はないのさ。
NTD! Burn it. And then your map attack will only hit one target. Banaji are the salt of the earth. Bravery! Go punch something. With a cannon. Darn it, I shouldn't have done that. That was dumb. Oh well. Battleship done! There we go, biosensor, and Mazin power! We haven't seen this attack in a bit.
よーし、戦艦狙いで行くぜ。高出力エネルギー、フルチャージ。高出力。
Punch him. Punch him really hard. We've seen the attack a lot. Yeah, this is how Dogatia dies, by the way. Laughing maniacally. Actually use love. So you can go zoom.
の全てをここで叩き潰す。やるわよビルキス、全力で。前に入った。これでとどめ。いっけー。
Akido! Yeah, wipe them out. Also, yeah, get rid of this Divinidad. So I'm not showing off any of the Divinidad's attacks or anything. Don't worry. We'll see that at some other point. Crossbone Gundam is in all of the games I'm going to be playing. All the SRW games that I'm going to be playing. Don't worry. We'll see more about Crux Dogatie. They like him in these games for some reason. I find him a kind of exhausting character. Whatever. I'm not the dev team. Hey, Danny! And I didn't use the spear attack from the Evangelion Unit 13, so there are no willies around here for now. Peacock Smasher to weaken him. Nine's encouragement to use bravery! And then Ion Cannon some food. Go ahead and Ion Cannon this food. You're just in time. This is the final scenario. It all has come down to this. It's encouragement. Shouldn't have used that. Oh well. It's 4-4. Alternatively, you could watch anyway. I'm kidding. If you need sleep, go sleep. I mean, unless it's the weekend for you and you don't have anything to do tomorrow. Maybe staying up late won't be a bad thing. Up to you. As usual. I never have anything to do. Goer's still alive, huh? Full frontal. Meow. Ah, Danny, I'm sorry you're having a rough time of it. Stick around. I'll lavish you with praise. Okay. Sure, fight Merida. That'll go well for you. Perfect! This is exactly what I wanted.
テロンの戦艦の1隻や2隻、戦いは数だということを教えてたくさんさっさと排気にせえ。うわっ、しまくれ。命に変えてもヤマトだけは。
Soji stepping in front of a giant battleship and blocking. Oh, Danny, I feel the same way, dude. I eventually had to just get meds. The meds have been a world of good for me.
担保しろ。
Impossible! I can't die in a place like this! I'm gonna fill a crucial role in rebuilding the great Gamillas Empire! No! Looks like that's the end of him too. Now you've been avenged, Commander Lang. Gamillas is gonna be walking down a new path now, and we're not gonna repeat your old mistakes. I mean, if that's the case, Danny, maybe it's time to set up an appointment with your doctor who prescribed them. Or any doctor, really. Sometimes meds just stop working. Or you might need a bigger dose or something. Unfortunately, as much as I would like it to be, psych meds are not an exact science. Sometimes we just have to figure out what works for each person. Yep, it's even worse when the brain's trying to make it eat yourself. Okay. You're gonna throw yourselves into the jaws of a shark. Don't be mad when it bites. The Dessler Cannon. Support, do not support defend, because I'm going to use persist. Yamato, finally the time has come to settle things once and for all. When I've surpassed you, I will truly be worthy of conquering all space. Our target is a ship that Dessler is aboard. This will be the end of our battle with Gamillas. Yes, sir. Let's see what this looks like.
君たちとの因縁も決着の時を迎える。滅びの光の先に未来はある。したち、これが私の答えだ。ゲシュタールマン、発射。
Yep, that's a wave motion gun, all right. Not really, Danny. I think I've only played one or two other SRW games besides the main three on the PS4. Because the rest are kind of not translated most of the time. Unconfirmed vessel approaching at 10 o'clock. Distance 15,000. What is it now? Guard him! What? Has the Alforce guy been following us? Does he have some sort of trick like Embryo that makes him immortal or something? No, that's not it. Terrans. He's an android too! Oh! Shimigami Tensei. Sorry, I saw the S and thought SRW, and that's what I'm playing. No, Shimigami Tensei. I have not. I only played the Persona series. I did stream Persona 2. Terrans. He's got a mechanical body. He was an android too? So wait, they were all androids? Yes, it seems the Gardam Society was made entirely of androids. All to fulfill my grand purpose. What? Right, I forgot that. It's an android from Gardam! When did it sneak aboard in the Desico? Captain Yurika, run! There's no point. Why were you sent here? I have already fulfilled my mission. What? I will now return with my data analysis of the boson jump technology in the Class A jumper's consciousness transmission process. So Gardam was after our boson jump. Gardam? Were you after the wave motion engine again? Not this time. What? Now analyzing more direct method of controlling space-time. Main unit is no longer functioning, but my data collection is sufficient. Mission complete. Now returning. It mentioned a method of controlling space-time. Was it talking about the Cosmo Reverse System? Now all the pieces are in place. At last, System Nevenlina shall reconstruct Gardam. What's that? Boson particle reaction confirmed. Same as when we experienced the teleportational shift in subspace. So, were both we and the Gamillas transported by Gardam? Seems like it. Correction! The boson particle reaction is confirmed to be greater than any we've experienced thus far, and by an order of magnitude. So this is unlike any other jump field we've ever seen. It must be Iskandar's space-time controlling technology that's allowing them to do it. So where exactly does that hole lead? Since this is a result of boson jump technology, it's most likely connected to someplace that transcends time. Like, into the past or the future. If the purpose of the System Nevenlina is to reconstruct Gardam civilization, then it's probably something to do with Gardam on the other side. It's Gardam! What is that? The flagship of the Gardam fleet. A Barskal. Seems as if we're facing off against the 8th Fleet, whose destruction has been long wrapped in mystery. What is going on here? We have been awaiting your arrival, Your Excellency. An android has been created using me as a base. Are you the one who summoned me in my Barskal? Allow me to report all of our actions up to this point. Ah yes, I see. So we have summoned to the Milky Way galaxy 3,012 cycles into the future. What? That's absurd. That black warship came from the past? An age when Iskandar has fallen. I rather like the thought of that. Now, Your Excellency, please. Yes, I too have heard of the existence of this System Nevenlina. Of course, as long as my Barskal, the flagship of the 8th Fleet, still exists, there's really no need for a civilization reconstruction system. What are you doing, Your Excellency? Your mission to reconstruct civilization Gardam has accomplished upon the moment of my grand arrival. In other words, you've now served your purpose. Really, it's disgraceful that an android with the same face as I, the great Alfor's Rom Halharis, commander of the last of the Gardam's forces, the 8th Fleet, should even exist. No! That's awful! You destroyed that thing just because it was an android? This, my good Terrans of approximately 3,000 cycles in the future, is Gardam. If you cannot see the rationality of my actions, it merely goes to show that you have not advanced at all intellectually in spite of all that time. To put it another way, we of Gardam clearly have every right to travel through time and become your conquerors. What did you just say? Just what I expect from the original. You're even more obnoxious than the other Alfors. Then I guess there's only one thing left for us to do. Yeah, but his backup, quote-unquote, had completely different goals from what he does. Yes, there will be a clash of our martial forces, as you anticipate. However, it won't be worth calling a battle. No, instead I'm simply going to teach you a lesson. Oh, Danny, that's 3 Earths from 3 different dimensions. They're in the process of combining into a new dimension. We're trying to stop it. He actually intends to attack? Yes, I have precious few lives to spare at the moment, so we'll have to take on my AI. That's not the issue here. What kind of nerve does this guy have to go on an attack in this situation? He's got to be seriously underestimating us. Commander Alphas of Gardam, we do not wish to do battle with you. We are currently engaged in combat with these Gamillas in an effort to rescue our homeworld. We request that you withdraw your forces. Your homeworld? Now that's funny. He is indiscriminately attacking? Does he intend to take on both us and the Gamillas? Super Civilization Gardam will need a home base to establish a nation in this era. As soon as these 3 versions of Terran have fused into one, we shall use it as our new homeworld. So you plan on using our planet as your new home base? At least that part of the plan's the same. That's the same thing as an invasion! That android could not have summoned us at a better time. It's only rational that worlds whose existing population and civilizations have collapsed should become Gardems. All that remains is for me to eliminate all who stand in my way. And that planet might as well be the new Gardem. Get serious, what's rational about that? It's just what happens to be most convenient for you. There are people on Earth waiting for us to return. People who believed in a new possibility for the future. Oh, but there's simply no chance of that. Not as long as I am here. There's just no reasoning with this guy. His head's even thicker than the androids. There's no way he will listen. Commander Alphors, we strongly urge you to negotiate with us. We can even discuss things like with the proper authorities while taking all of you in. Taking us in? What, you intend to show us your charity? That's not it at all. We have something more important to do than fight you. If you mean saving the planet, then that's pointless. Irrational in the extreme. Because nobody is going to rule over that planet besides us. Besides Gardem. The man doesn't know the first thing about accepting other civilizations. He's treating us with contempt. Just what I'd expect from you, Commander Alforce. Now I'll feel satisfied as the reason the Gardem fell. I received information on you as well, Supreme Leader Dessler. Or should I say former Supreme Leader? Excuse me? Gamillas is nothing more than some bluish mold that's grown up in our absence. The moment Super Civilization Gardem is rebuilt, we shall conquer Gamillas and Iskandar, which cast you out, and make the large megalithic clouds ours again. Ultimately, you're just a man of the past. You have no right to live in the world as it is now. Gardem, the Gamillans, and us. Looks like there's going to be a three-way battle. It seems we have no choice. All vessels and units. We will now engage in one final battle to save the Earth. Our targets are Dessler's ship and the flagship of Gardem's 8th Fleet. I wish you all luck. I'm sorry it came to this. Will you be able to fight, Nine? I believe my initial purpose was to protect the survivors of Gardem. But now my task must be to stop them from spreading war throughout the universe and save the Earth. You've said it, Nine. Let's get out there and do some fighting too. All your efforts are meaningless. Whew. Still their turn though, but they get to attack units for us because they don't like Gamillas either. He might actually kill him because I left his health so low. Nope, never mind. Now we get to actually see one of his attacks that I haven't shown off yet. Feather funnels! It missed. You motherfucker. Yeah, basically. What is this power? Took like 100 damage. God damn it, guys! Hey, look, they killed something. Congratulations. Might as well see the Discord better. Wow! Dang it, Ange! Yeah, there are 3 now. Okay, before we get too deep in the weeds, this is the Bar Skull, driven by the actual Alforce. He has the same exact attacks. And if you remember from the last battleship we fought, their attacks suck. So we won't be showing them off too much. Alright, EX section, phase transition cannon. Oh yes, please. Oh, they lined themselves up perfectly. Perfectly. Yes, yes, yes. Map attacks for when you absolutely positively must kill 5 units at once.
装填違法最大出力で発射。
Bye-bye! I love it when they make it easy for me. EX action, multi-action. I would love... Yes, that was sort of a pun. If I could kill all these units at once over here. So... change Shin Rygar. And then... Spirit, Love, Geta Beam.
Go! 敵が来る!
仕掛けるぞゲッターゲッタービーム
Cool! There's only one more unit all the way up there. Neo! Hi, Mega Cannon.
まこいつで決めてやるうわ
Bye-bye! We don't have much of the Gamillas left, so... let's send some throwaway units to finish them off. Use Valor, just for sure. Oops. All armaments volley. Alright, Dessler. We actually have to put effort into killing you. What an idiot, rushing straight to his own destruction. How bury you, former Supreme Leader of Gamillas? This fighting style, seemingly so reckless, is really an expression of confidence. What an interesting soldier. I suppose I'll have to show him and others like him just how powerful I really am. Yeah. He'd be going wild. He'd see the getter and be like, want, mine, give me, want, mine. Oh no, this is a terrible thing to get, then this is terrible inspiration, Danny. Because, if you can't handle Getter Rays, the Getter will eat you. And, the Unicorn Gundam almost ate its pilot. Let's see. The Zeta almost ate its pilot. Or, more likely, left, Camille severely traumatized. The new Gundam had potential to do that. Thankfully, Amuro was strong enough to avoid that entirely. Let's see, what else? There are several mecha in our group. that could quote-unquote eat the pilot. So, just like it does in that. See, that'd be a terrible idea. If that was your goal. Super Robot Force. Oh, Danny. Why do you do this to me? These are some good moves. I'd like to have you as one of my soldiers. What is wrong with this guy? Is he already losing his mind? Amuro's like, you have no idea who I am, do you? Hey, he finally got new type level 9. I don't know how confident you're feeling, but against Emperor and me, you might as well be completely helpless. That is one impressive soldier. Not many can stand before me and my Desera in all their might and not show at least hesitation. In which case, I will show them my strong strength and resolve. Okay. Black hole cannon is not... does not have enough range. Danny. You should. You're not wrong there, buddy. Intuition? Oh, I had bravery. I had persist active. Okay. That should be everything I need to do to make this work. Neo. Tactical charge. Love.
ここでガミラスとの戦いを終わらせる。敵の襲をつく。第一戦速。第一戦速。よう揃う。波動砲撃監視展開。打ち方始め。打ち方始め。応援増速。黒二重。増速。黒二重。 ぶつかる覚悟で進め。よし、撃墜だ。
Yeah, I can see that. Impossible! Supreme Leader, you have to escape! Supreme Leader? So even I, the man destined to conquer every planet in the universe, even I have lost! To think that I would fall to these barbarians and leave my promise unfulfilled. Supreme Leader, Starsha, all of this was for you. Destruction of the Gamillan flagship confirmed. So this is the end of the ancient Gamillan command. So this is likely the best Conqueror would do in a world without Gardam. Farewell, Your Excellency and former Supreme Leader. No doubt your planet too will fall to Gardam someday. Can you believe just how full of himself this guy is? Don't you go thinking Earth is yours already. Oh, by all means. Struggle as violently as you're able. Then you will learn that reason we are known as the Super Civilization. Don't worry. The next job is to go punch him. Multi-action. Go punch somebody real hard.
Guardian, 止めてみせます。スタンショッカー発射。そこ。ファイナルバスターモード。ドライブ出力。
Well, Danny, this mech specifically doesn't fly. It walks on space. So it actually has like its own weird gravity rules. So yeah, it goes thunk, thunk, thunk.
これがグランバーグよ。
Didn't use anything special on that. No valor, no soul, no nothing. That was just Chitose being Chitose. It's based on Jesus. What's so funny? Your whole journey of light years was a waste. I can see it. I can see the three Earths falling apart. You haven't changed at all. It wouldn't be possible for you to change in the first place. Even if someone like you were to go into space, even if you were a new type, you never amount to anything. You dare say that to me, you little brat. It's because I'm so young that I'm the one who's best fit to say it. Your time has come and gone. Get lost, Togetie. Everything you saw was no more than an illusion. Ultimately, there's still plenty of things left for us to do as ordinary human beings. At this point, Tobia is still in denial that he's a new type, by the way. But I've seen the light years away. Bernadette, someday, I believe that will go there. Yeah, even at the very end of the Crossbone series, he doesn't realize he's a new type, I think. Is the most hilarious thing. Because he's absolutely a new type. You're gonna have to explain that to me. It's been a while since I've seen a playthrough of Disgaea 2. Adele, was that the Demon Princess chick? The demon-hating demon hunter. Okay, that's somebody else then. Entirely. I mean, that's a comparison you could make, I suppose. But actually, Tobia has a lot of respect for new types. He just doesn't know what it means to be one. He doesn't realize he's a new type. Because at the point in the Gundam timeline that he's in, it's thought that new types are almost extinct. So he doesn't have many examples of what a new type is. Okay, we're gonna watch this attack just because it's kind of doofy, and I like it. Also, this is a man named Full Frontal. So we always have to make fun of him whenever we have a chance. Oh, right. And the reason is, he's not immune to it. He's a demon. He cheats by being a demon. Oh, darn it. I meant to do something else. Oh well. Yeah, I watched HT Bailey's full 100% playthrough of that game, but I forgot pretty much all the plot. It's been a while. Alright, get rid of the last Medidia. There's officially only one unit left to kill. Meow. Meow. Yeah, I'll say this. Disgaea always has the greatest concept for characters, because they refuse, absolutely refuse, to ever take themselves seriously. And they play to that strength so much. But my problem is, I've just never been able to play a Disgaea game. I've tried, and every single time I try, it's just like, at some point, it's like, oh, you very obviously want to grind for a long time now. And I'm like, fucking why? I don't like grinding that much. I can do it if it's fun. But like, oof. Plus, it has some weird-ass mechanics for a tactics game. The whole, like, throwing your allies or other stuff is such a weird mechanic. And it's like, are you trying to be a puzzle game or a strategy game? I know they're similar, but there are some inherent differences here. There's just some mechanics that the Disgaea series uses that never mesh with me. And it's like, it's not a criticism to say those are, that I'm not saying those are bad mechanics. I'm just saying, I don't like those mechanics. Oh, his cut-in's kind of cool. Oh, hey, they actually have, like, a decent-looking attack. Oh, look at that! It's a different animation than we saw before. Good job, Alphos. I've seen all the data on that machine too. Everything about it, down to the OS that controls it, was ultimately born of Gardam. Is that your way of saying I should hand over 9 and Grand Vang to you? I can't see it's all that valuable. But it is rather irritating to think of an inferior race making use of a product of our civilization. Therefore I'll destroy that unit along with its pilot. Just what I thought. You're so typical of Gardam. Well, I'm not about to let you treat the Earth or 9 or Grand Vang however you please. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Danny. It's just, I'm glad Disgaea exists, and I'm glad a lot of folks really like it. It's just its mechanics don't mesh with me personally, and it's purely on a preference basis, not on any objective analysis of the mechanics or anything. So for folks that it meshes well, good on ya. I'm glad the series has had such a long life, and it seems like it'll continue to do so. And hell, having more good strategy games out there, I'm all for it. As you can probably tell, I like strategy games. Hey, the fake Alphas did the same thing. Soul Nomad, Soul Nomad. I think I've heard of that before. Yep, no real different animation if it actually hits you. No one left. I could pull some tricks out of my hat and go again, but I'm actually going to let him have his turn. Oh, he only gets one turn! That's a surprise for a boss enemy. Huh. Soul Nomad. Hold on. Let me actually write that down. Soul Nomad. Whatever. I'll write it down later. Remind me! Remind me. Soul Nomad. I'll write it down and I'll check out some reviews or some playthroughs of it. Or, well, some not exactly full playthroughs, but you know what I mean. Alright, let's see what the photon torpedo looks like. Oh, really? Huh. That's serendipitous timing then.
あってはならない。私の慈悲を無下にしたば
要注意の相手だな。
Alrighty. Nothing special about that attack. Time to go buck wild. I'm out of ammo for my best attack! Oops-a-doodle. I forgot that attack had ammo, to be completely honest with you. I thought it was energy-based. Well, that's fine. This attack's still fucking cool. Wish.
この一撃で戦いを終わらせる。アンチプロトンスマッシャーセット。エネルギー解放。全部吹っ飛べ。
長文名が
What is this? Some kind of nightmare? If I fall here, the reestablishment of Gardam will be doomed. That's exactly what your android said, Althors. You do not know the true terror of facing Gardam's 8th Fleet. Nobody likes a sore loser, Althors. Are you simply incapable of understanding? It's so basic. Like any fleet, this one is made of many ships. What? And I already have everything I need to open up a time hole. No, he intends to summon his entire fleet. Now come to me. I call upon the last survivors of Gardam, the 8th Fleet. So that's the 8th Fleet? How are we supposed to fight against numbers like that? What choice do we have? We have got to save Earth. It seems you finally understood your situation. Now, Elite Vanguard of Gardam, destroy these Terrans and secure our new home. Why do you not obey my commands? It's only natural. Barskow Bridge. As I said, it's only natural. You worthless android. When did you get on my ship? Gardam's 8th Fleet is already under my command. What? I traveled to the past via the first time hole and wiped out the crew of every ship. You broken down piece of trash. All functions now ceasing. Impudent little mechanical doll! Truly, the people of Gardam do not deserve to live. The ancient people of Gardam are unfit for the recreation of the super civilization. Correction, they are found to be an active threat to it. What are you going on about? What are you? I am that which was made for rebuilding Gardam. I am System Nevenlina. So those random androids we've been seeing pretty much the entire game that Gardam has been using as basically their main slave units, they're networked now. What is going on here? What's happening on board the enemy flagship? No, stop, please! Alfor's Ram Halharis. I have already taken the sample of your genes. You are no longer necessary. Hey, what are you doing to my Barskow? I am going to use this ship. It shall become the body of System Nevenlina. No! What is that thing? Is that another one of Gardam's mechs? Yep! I do not like this. What's wrong, 9? I believe that's Nevenlina. Wait, what? Isn't that the system to rebuild Gardam civilization? That is correct. What's that? Some kind of android? I am Nevenlina. I am the system that was designed to rebuild Gardam's civilization. But how are you going to do that? You've killed all the humans you were meant to serve. So, do you not understand? What? First, let me ask you a question. Why is it that Gardam fell? Well, because they lost a war against Iskandar, right? Ah, you are a Gamillan woman. That is the answer I would expect out of a follower of Iskandar. Or is it that you've been so undone by these Earthlings that you've given up thinking for yourself? What? You mean this thing knows about us? Of course. My slaves have made contact with you several times already. So those mass-produced agents were all its slaves? They were all access points for VangNex? And, most importantly of all, I have the data gathered by Slave 2044. You mean 9, don't you? Exactly. That is how I have learned how wonderful you Earthlings, you humans, are. What's that supposed to mean? Soji Murakumo, sorry. As one of my sample Earthlings, you too helped give me a direction. Huh? I recreated samples of the people of Gardam based on data I had on hand. Soldiers, commanders, admirals, etc. You mean Ghoulie and the others, don't you? I observed these recreations, but found them all to be active threats to my mission, and even the original I summoned was the same. So what's your point? In other words, I have reached a conclusion that people of Gardam were doomed to fall. The true reason for their demise was no external foe or natural disaster. It was self-destruction from within. What? A group of people with a civilization that advanced and they destroyed themselves? There was no freedom in a highly regulated societal structure of Gardam. Marriage, birth, education, one's role in society, every aspect of life was determined on the basis of rationality and efficiency. That sounds familiar. It's like Chairman Durandal's destiny plan. The oppression of living within such a regulated society created in people in deep, silent rage, even as it robbed them their ability for action. When it reached its limit, the destruction of Gardam, the so-called super civilization, began. Societal structure broke down. Order and moderation were lost. Those lacking the strength to live died. And those who were lost in rage destroyed themselves and others. Don't worry, Danny! Give it a minute! Those who lived and still were in right minds left the large Magellanic Cloud, along with me, System VangNex, and arrived in the Milky Way galaxy. And eventually you reached Earth. The survivors of Gardam despised conflict, and sought to assimilate with the people of Earth at the time. But as a result, they were dragged into and destroyed by the battle between humanity, which had caused Getter radiation to run wild, and mechanical beings of Olympus. I mean the battle between Embryo and the Mycenae. Having lost my masters, I began work on the reason for my existence, reconstructing super civilization Gardam. I took as my model case the being who had wiped out the last of Gardam's descendants, Embryo, and I followed him. What? That may well have been the worst possible choice. Wait, if you went after Embryo, what would that mean? You would have come to our world, the AD Dimension. Yes, I followed Embryo to the AD Dimension, and as a result, approximately 10 years ago, that is where I arrived. Though I am a product of Gardam, pursuing such a vague target inherently lacks certainty. The large gap in time was the result. But there I discovered one of the keys of the reconstruction of Gardam. The boson jump. Exactly. If I could make use of that time leap, it would be possible to summon someone from long-ruined Gardam. Yeah, fair, Danny. I sought out the space-time controlling technology of Iskandar and Slave 2044, who was with the humans. For that reason, I opened the door to the NCC dimension, but in doing so, I made the mistake of dragging in 2 humans of the AD dimension. Setsuna and me experimenting with quantum jumps. Yep, so this is why Setsuna and Tieria ended up in our dimension. However, the encounter of Earthlings from 2 different dimensions ultimately yielded more fascinating data. Then, when all my preparations were complete, I succeeded in forming that time hole. But you actively killed the people of Gardam you were supposed to protect. If that 8th fleet really was made up of last survivors of Gardam, then you brought about the end of the civilization yourself. That is of no consequence. My genetic sampling of the people of Gardam is complete. What? That was a gamble. This was a gamble for me as well. If there had been any among the 8th fleet worthy to live under my control, I would have protected them, and we would have rebuilt Gardam together. But all of them simply looked down on others, insisting on forcing the civilization upon them. In other words, they were active threats to my mission. Well, that's hard to deny. I gave you enemies to fight. I wanted to test and see if you were truly the ideal beings I hoped you were. So that's the truth between all these odd boson jumps. And you won every battle. You even defeated Gardam's 8th fleet. That is why I've decided to learn from you wonderful humans and create a new race of Gardam. Then, when the Earth has been reborn, I will create there a new super civilization Gardam. So it all comes down to that after all. Nev and Lena, just think this through one more time. If you truly accept that we humans are wonderful, we ought to be able to coexist. I am System Nev and Lena, a system dedicated to the reconstruction of Gardam civilization. Completing that mission is the sole reason for my existence. Haven't you learned everything? My slaves are already in control of the 8th Fleet, and that's not all. Just as a note, before we get any further, if you're on the other scenario, the other path, you fight one of them, plus the fleet. They don't do this. This is the power that is to defend the new Gardam. All civilizations shall prostrate themselves before these Arcadias. Nev and Lena's piloting every one of them? I am a system. My existence is unlimited and infinite. I am the perfect fusion of humanity and machine. In other words, I am a new kind of life form. Under my command, the new Gardam will conquer all of space and rule it as the true super civilization. In not just short span of time, she used the resources of the Sinvarsa to create an entire enemy force. Just what I expect from your mom, Nine. She's immensely powerful. She does have that mommy energy, doesn't she? The distortion of the dimensional horizon is rapidly expanding. It's probably due to that time hole. No, this must not be allowed to continue. What's happening? Space itself is warping. The Earth's. This is awful. The dimensional distortions between each Earth is accelerating. What does that mean? The 3 Earths are starting to fuse. How much time do we have left? 5 minutes. Any longer and the Earth will be past saving. This is my estimate, and well, in 5 more minutes all your fighting will end in vain. Shut up. There's no time to talk with you right now. All systems and all vessels. Our enemy is System Nev and Lena. We have to defeat all those units to end this. We have to save the Earth. We can no longer use the Cosmo Reverse system. To battle, Sonata. That comes first. Yes, sir. Yeah, no, she basically said, whatever Gardam was, it will not be. The new Gardam is something completely new that I will make, based on my observations between humans and what was good about Gardam. We're up against a bunch of fancy mobile suits. If we hit them all, with all Haven Defenders has, we can do this. How foolish of you to judge a book by its cover. I've determined this size to be the optimal balance between agility, mobility, and firepower. These Arcadians are proof of a new civilization. Our product, new civilization, which has surpassed even the super civilization. Soon you will discover what that means. Also, I am the one who's in control of all of them, and I am a being that surpassed even you wonderful humans. I can feel a strong sense of purpose and resolve. Alright, maybe you have surpassed us. Maybe we'll just have to accept that. That doesn't mean we're about to give up and admit defeat. That's right, we're gonna win this fight and save the Earth. This is our battle, all of the members of Haven Defenders. Attack me if you dare, Earthlings. I will defeat you, wonderful as you are, and build a new civilization of Gardam. That is the answer I have found in order to complete my mission and rebuild Super Civilization Gardam. Nev and Lena, you don't have to do this. These last 5 minutes are all the time your earthly civilization has before its demise. Oh boy! Yep! Every single one of them is a copy of each other. They have the ultimate, which gives them ridiculous stats above 130. Guard, level 3. They also all have double action. Pressure, against opponents with lower skill. Raises damage dealt and lowers damage taken if you're within 2 space. And they all have potential level 9. Also, HP regen and EN regen. They also have shields. They also have this as a map attack. And this as a map attack. And this is their 1 to 7 range attack. They're not fucking around. And yes, it is that hard to hit them.
失ったものを取り戻すことより大事なことがあるんだ。敵の襲をつく第一戦属。第一戦属。
Notice how the music's not changing, by the way? They aren't giving us our music anymore. It's their music. Alright, I'm gonna skip this because they're not actually gonna hit the Yamato. I want to show off the attack against somebody they will actually hit. Do you have? You do not. Oh, definitely a super. Absolutely, 100% a super. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I chose super for the main character. At some point in the story, you get to choose, do you want to be a super or a real? And and that Grand Vang is the super version. There is a real version, which after this fight, I'm going to show that unit since we never get to see it in this playthrough. Nine's pilot cohort, yeah. Chitose is the main character I chose for this playthrough. You choose between her or Soji. So I'll show you who Soji is in a second if you haven't seen him. But yeah, Chitose is the original character you get to choose to play as. So here's her Tesseract attack. Fucking badass. Nevin Lena is not to be underestimated. Alright. Time to make this shit happen. Alright, where do I want people to do shit? You can breast fire several of them. Good. Spirit. Bravery. Breast fire! Look at that background. Oh yeah, now they give me my music. Alright, Soji. I was gonna show off Soji. This is Soji Murakumo. He's the other main character you can choose to play as. But during the playthrough, if you fulfill some special requirements, he gets to pilot the old unit before you upgrade it. Yeah, Eva is not a real to me. I can see why people would think though. There's some weird argument to be made, at least. Yeah, it doesn't really classify well. Well, it still classifies well as a super, because it's got that whole Eldritch Abomination thing going for it. Several super robots have that as well. Getter and Mazinger especially. All right. Fire a cruise missile. That's not going to help me as much as your actual phase transition cannon. Also, I'm spreading out my attacks too much. I need to get some actual kills in. Because, spoiler, they're going to heal a lot. Yeah, it breaks a lot of rules for the mecha classification in general anyway. So the argument of real or super doesn't really make much sense anyway. Because the fuck do they care? They're eldritch abominations. Haven't destroyed any of them yet, but like I said, I'm spreading out my stuff too much. Alright, we've got one near death. Crash into it. Unable to analyze. Unable to understand. Except in this game, that's really funny, Danny, that you say that, because in this game, they're the best defensive units in the game. Because of their AT field. Their AT field is ridiculously overpowered. Come on, guys! It's not that hard. Unable to analyze, unable to understand. Alright, we're starting to make a dent. Also, you might be noticing, they're all level 70. They're making us level up by 5 levels every time we kill one of them. Alright, good. This should hopefully be what I need to make this happen. EX action. Do. Shine Spark. That's not gonna kill it though, actually, because I don't have enough anymore for Valor. Oh well. Let's watch the Shine Spark happen anyway. This feels weird without the Getter music. I mean, you should, Danny. They're Super Robot shows. They're very similar. Also, if you want to see more Gurren Lagann, X has the next game has Gurren Lagann in it. All of your attacks are meaningless. Your Google Fu is strong, Danny. If you would only recognize my power, I do not intend to take your lives. You must understand, my goal is the reconstruction of Gardem. I do not wish to fight. That's quite the Admiral's sentiment, but I'm afraid we can't take you up on that. This is my fault. 9? I believe that Nevedlina's personality has been constructed based on data I supplied her with. Her drive, her determination, her will to fight, and that indomitable spirit of hers. It's based off all of you in the Haven Defenders. Exactly, which is why I will not lose. Sounds like 9 is right. Her consciousness is based off ours. Are you serious? It's always so hard to finish off an enemy who won't give up. Her forces are far greater than our own. If she has no psychological weaknesses either, that's disturbing. It seems you finally understand. At last, it would appear that you've lost heart. Yeah, if it's on romhack.net, yeah, of course it's going to be there. Now I will surpass you. This is Gardem's true victory. It's over. Oh, sorry. Don't mention ROM sites. I forgot. That's a thing on Twitch. You're not supposed to do that. No mentioning ROM sites on Twitch. Sorry. I should have. Hang in there, 9. Don't lose hope. They're probably not going to care about me, because it's like I'm not making any money from this right now. But just in the future. No. I was going to suggest a possible strategy to defeat Nevedlina. Way to go, 9. My apologies. So what's the plan? We know that while Nevedlina looks human, it's still only an AI. Danny, don't try to justify it, dude. Seriously. New topic. It's possible that the introduction of an external program could cause a malfunction. What external program were you thinking of? Me. If I could force the system feedback within the AI, I could merge with it, at which point I would activate its self-destruct program. No, wait. If you did that, you would end up destroying yourself in the process. That's the only solution I could think of. 9, don't... Transferring all data to Nevedlina. transfer complete. 9! So you've returned 2044. Now surrender yourself to me. Understood. Don't do it, 9. Don't go!
さようなら姉さん。ない。
Oops, I didn't mean to skip that. Sorry. Did it work? Did 9's self-destruct program destroy Nevenlina? You would sacrifice yourself. Such a beautiful gesture. 2044, out of respect for what you've just taught me, I've cancelled your self-destruct program. What? Return to where you belong, then the two of us shall settle things. 9! I'm sorry, Cap. I can't believe I was returned like some defective device. When my plan has failed, I don't know if I can defeat Nevenlina. They mess up the translation here, by the way. Her referring to a Chitose as Cap. That's her nickname for Soji. Step out of it, 9! We're still alive, aren't we? Where's a will, there's a way! There were gaps in the data I absorbed from you, 2044. I will fill them in by... What is the meaning of this? What? 2044, you never filled in those gaps. Why? Even though you yearned to fill in those gaps, why did you never do it? Because I thought so. What are you talking about, Commander? It is true that you are more powerful than we are, Nevenlina, but it's futile for you to continue fighting. On what basis? You don't understand us. You don't understand humans at all. So even if you were to create a new race of Gardam, they would be doomed to repeat past mistakes. Oh, absolutely, Danny. It just gets better. There's a lot of typos and some mistranslations in this one. They cover that a lot better in the next 2 games. It's no use trying to provoke me. My heart is steeled. But what will happen to Haven Defenders if you are lost, Juzo Okita? How much damage can your human psyches take, I wonder? Watch out, Shima. Nevenlina's targeting Yamato. It's too late. We can't evade. Warrant Officer Misaki, I'm taking over for you. What? Officer Mori? Yuki? We're currently engaged in combat, Officer Kodai. Please note the distinction. But you're wounded. Dr. Sato gave me a clean bill of health. I want to fight too. I want to fight for the Earth together with you and the Yamato. Yes, ma'am. Yuria Misaki stepping down for Operations Officer Mori. Thank you. I assume you have no problem with that, Officer Kodai? Of course not. Why did that just happen? Huh? Why did those two not lose their will to fight? You don't give up hope even in this situation. What's she talking about? Oh, now I see what a Commander Okita meant. Nevenlina, you don't understand the feelings between Kodai and Mori, do you? I don't know what you're talking about. And why would you? It's a concept that was lost in Gardam, and something even I still don't understand very well. You know all those Ace, all those Ace Pilot interviews that we did, and how she seems obsessed with one thing? Are you talking about... That's right. Nevenlina does not understand the emotion of love. Are you serious? On Gardam, marriages and births were all under control of the system. No wonder they don't understand love then. Oh, so that's why when 9 was learning to be human from us, she was so interested in love and relationships. I still don't understand the concept very well myself. Which is why Nevenlina doesn't know about it either. Nevenlina seems shaken. Kodai, being on Iskandar, you must have known about Gardam. And that your younger brother and Mori would be the keys to defeating Nevenlina and Gardam. That's why you used the Crownswell reverse system. Romantic love, familial love, love for one's colleagues and for one's home. Love is life itself, Nevenlina. You learned what it is to be human from us, but since you didn't understand love, which is at the core of all that, you haven't really learned anything. You're simply going to make the same foolish mistake that destroyed Gardam the first time around, when its people lost the ability to love one another. Silence! Humans are truly incomprehensible creatures. They must be destroyed. All that damage they took is being repaired. Nevenlina's acting differently from before. That's what Nevenlina was originally like. In other words, that's the true nature of Gardam civilization. The ultimate system where every scrap of humanity is abandoned and efficiency is prioritized in order to obtain more power. But instead, all that awaits is destruction. Nevenlina, ultimately you failed to change anything about the old Gardam at all. Die, Earthlings. Die in the name of Gardam. How much time do we have left to save the Earth? 5 minutes. We have to defeat all of Nevenlina's forces in the next 5 minutes. But how? Captain Hoshino. I understand. Sonata. Yes, sir. Activating the boson transmitter. What is it you just did? Well, if you really want to know, I'll just tell you. You see, we suspected something like this might happen. We used the boson jump to swap the Cosmo reverse system with the wave motion gun control system we've been storing on the Nadesco Sea. Didn't expect that plot point to come back, did ya? All systems functioning normally. The wave motion gun is ready to fire. Everyone made a promise to Starship Iskandar not to use wave energy as a weapon. However, this battle with VangNex is not a fight between one life form and another. Instead, I deem this the act of stopping an out-of-control machine. Also, should we lose now, it would endanger all life in the universe. I will assume full responsibility for this act. Let us use the power we have at our disposal in order to cut open a pathway to the future. Yes, sir. Okida, I respect your determination. Starsha, and I will entrust all of you with Mamoru's hope for the future. Cut a pathway there for all of space. I will, no matter what. This courage I feel running through me. It's true strength of humanity, isn't it? Incomprehensible. You Earthlings and Iskandarians are incomprehensible. I have determined upon your destruction. The universe must be ruled by the principles of efficiency and rationality. VangNex, Nine tried to learn about those things she didn't understand. She stuck to it no matter how many times it took. That's how she became one of us. One of the human beings you call so wonderful. Sis! Silence! Or because you forcibly try and silence anyone who opposes you, that makes you the same as the people of Gardam you rejected. VangNex, we're gonna defeat you and put an end to this. Let's go, this is our final battle to save Earth! This is the theme song for the game, by the way, that we're hearing. It's fucking awesome! VangNex, it's time to settle this once and for all. Maito Senpuji, I have my own course of unwavering justice to follow, just like the cause that burns your own heart. VangNex, forcing your will upon others is not justice. That's right, you're not even doing any of this for Gardam. You claim to be carrying out your own mission, when really you're just acting in accordance with your own ego. In other words, what you're doing is pure selfishness. There is something you cannot be called justice. And what is justice? Go ahead and tell her, Maito Senpuji. Listen up, VangNex, this is what justice is. It's protecting those you love with everything you have. Love, so even I must face this incomprehensibility. You said it, Maito. Maito. Sally, I'm willing to put everything on my line, lay down my life to save the world and keep you safe. That is my justice. My throat's killing me. Super robot, super robot. And you were driven from your country, stripped of your name, and tortured. You want to know little as love as I do. I really hate it when you assume things like that. Even now, Lady Angelisa is surrounded by all kinds of love. That's right, even I care for Ange. I love her too. Yeah, she may be a little obnoxious at first, but she can also be surprisingly kind. I don't think she's really a bad person, even if she does have a rotten mouth and a terrible personality. I feel the same way, though I would also add that she's rude. What are you two saying? Salia! And you too, Sala! Even so, I love Ange just the way she is. Thank you, Tusk. This sounds like you're well-loved, Ange. Why, Ange? Did you not spurn the love of that creature embryo? There's nothing about in him but lust. That wasn't love. VangNex, if you really can't tell the difference, then I refuse to let you control the fate of our world. Well said, Ange. Yeah, for some reason we saved Sylvia! Prepare yourself, VangNex. I'm going to destroy you, and I'm going to do it to live everyone I love. Akido Tenkawa, from you I learned revenge and relentless obsession. That's some pretty old data you've got then. You ought to discard it. What? I'm done with revenge. I'm gonna defeat you and save the world as soon as I can and live out my life with Yurika. Akido! Sounds like it's just about time you get back in the recipe, Rakido. There's just another reason I need to win. And it's not gonna happen. There's no use, Nevenlina. I'm fighting for something you don't understand. I'm fighting for love. Love. And I'm going to defeat you. Then I'm going to put an end to all these days of fighting. Unable to analyze, unable to understand. The pink one was cute. Yeah, it's a long story. The pink unit was his original unit in the first series. Benaji Lynx. I can sense people's thoughts and emotions gathering around your mobile suit. That is what love is, Nevenlina. I get it. Now I understand. The Psycho Frame gathers people's hearts, gathers their will, and centers them on Benaji. But he's more than just some vessel for them. He turns them into his strength. Other people's belief in him. Their hopes that they place in him. The will to fight alongside him. All those things give me strength. I reject that statement. I will reconstruct Garden using only my power. Nevenlina, you cannot understand the way that other people feel, then I will fight you. I will fight to protect the ones I love and those who love me, and I will fight for hope in the future of this world. I'm not gonna lie. Part of the reason I'm showing these animations even sped up is to give my throat a rest. I've read a lot today. Sosuke Sagara, how is it you are able to understand love when all you've ever known is battle? Because I'm human. You said it, Sergeant Stoic. You've grown so much, Sasuke. Not just as a warrior, but as a man, too. It's all thanks to my good friends on the battlefield. And to Chidori. Oh, Sasuke. It seems I'm incapable of understanding you humans. Alright, Sagara, looks like you've got something you have to do. Yes, ma'am. By all means, don't hold back, Sergeant. Go for it, Sasuke. Nevenlina, fighting for Chidori, the girl I love. We're both going back to Jidai High School after this. Anyone who tries to stop us will get no mercy. That's right, he hasn't graduated high school yet. I forgot that little fact. Okay, Merida doesn't get a specific thing. Nevenlina, allow me to teach you about the emotion of love, which you do not understand. And how will you do that? That's easy. Just look at Banjo and us. You can see it in the way we feel about one another. That's what love is. Incomprehensible. Then I'll carve it into you by force. Let your pain bear witness to my feelings as I protect that which I love. For it is because I love everything about the earth that I'm able to fight with such hope. I find this even more incomprehensible. How can one love everything about something? It's like the light of the sun shining down on us all. For the sake of this world, for the sake of all people, I will crush your ambition and my Daiton free. If you truly do not feel the light of the sun, then attack me if you dare. Don't worry, we'll get to her in a second, Danny. Incomprehensible. Further analysis impossible. I reject this emotion of love. Nevenlina, open up your heart more. Love is the most common thing in the world for us humans. Elle, what do you say we show her what our love is like? Don't you go get carried away, Bicha. You two never change. They did say fighting can be a sign of affection. What? But I absolutely love Judo and we never fight. But you and I sometimes fight, Fled. Don't you see, Nevenlina? All of this is love. Incomprehensible. I will destroy everything. All that lies outside my understanding has no right to exist. As if I'd let you do that. I will fight for those I love. Hang in there, Lena. I'm gonna protect this world that you live in, no matter what. I can barely hear some of the effects because the music's so loud. Let's do this, Bernadette. I'm gonna save the Earth, all 3 Earths, no matter what. Toby, I believe in you. Is this the power of love? That's right. I will destroy it. All that's outside my understanding, I will destroy. Nevenlina, don't even think of laying one finger on Bernadette. What? I'm gonna protect her, and I'm gonna protect the world we both live in. I hope you're ready for this, Nevenlina, because if you don't know what love is, you'll never be able to stop my burning passion. Let's see if you actually have a chance to fight something. You don't. Damn it! Okay, that's finally the end of my turn. Time for them to do stuff. Oh, by the way, they all have double attack. Iron Wall. Slave 2044, if it was not for your incomplete data, we would not be in this situation. So you're going to use my data as a scapegoat? You claim to be perfect, all-knowing, and all-powerful, yet you won't take responsibility for your own mistake? How'd you like that, Nevenlina? Trust me, you do not want to mess with 9 when she's upset. I do not feel like that is much of a compliment. Who cares? You just rendered Nevenlina speechless. That's true. Can't you see, Nevenlina? Can't you see what Chitose and 9 have? I think perhaps I understand. So this is love. No, love is something more kind, more beautiful. I'm not sure you've got it just yet, 9. Tell me what it is. Let's save that for after the battle. Nevenlina, it seems like you're starting to get some idea of what love is. If you want to know more, then you should just give up already. If I have no need for love. If I wipe out all of you and erase love from existence, there will no longer be any need for me to understand it. Then ultimately you're just the same as Alfor's. Nevenlina, we're not going to give you this world, and we're not going to let you destroy love. Let's finish this, 9. We're going to defeat her and save the world. Again! I'll come back to this when we're in the epilogue. Queerbaiting, queerbaiting, queerbaiting! I deem queerbaiting on you, game! We're gonna watch the animation for her attack one time more, and then I'll skip the rest of the times. Ouchies!
気持ちで負けちゃダメよ、ナイン。アンチプロトンスマッシャーエネルセット最高全部吹っ飛べ。
Iron Wall. Koji Kabuto, it was by studying your indomitable fighting spirit that I gained my own strength of will. How about I teach you one more thing then? Let me show you what it is to love. Oh Koji, how could you say that? Kabuto, that's completely inappropriate. Boss, don't be jealous. There's just a difference between a main character and a supporting one. You're gonna have to let this go. Are you ready, Nevedlina? Because now I'm gonna show you just how much I love the earth. Wait, what? So there are other types of love besides romantic love. That's right, everything in the world is made up of love. That's why I fight with Mazinger to protect that. I don't care how powerful my opponent is. You fight for love, incomprehensible. Let's do this, Nevedlina. My love, my fighting spirit, my will all fill Mazinger with endless power. Now you will experience the full force of Mazin power. Poor Sayaka. Leave the Yamato alone, please. Iron Wall. The reason why I'm using Iron Wall instead of other stuff is because Iron Wall persists multiple combats. This emotion I do not understand. I will extirpate, whatever, it at the very root, becoming perfect. Bring it on, Nevedlina. It also seems she lacks more than this love. She also has no natural curiosity. Yes, and even she admits being imperfect. But since we're what she uses as a base of personality on, wouldn't that mean we're all imperfect too? Especially you, Nambu. Well, what's wrong with that? There's no such thing as someone who's perfect. That's why we all care for her and help each other and we go on living. That's what love really is. Since there's no end to this talk of love. Both Gamillas and the Earth have love. The reason Garden fell is because it never had it. Attention all personnel. We are now about to engage in the final battle to save the Earth. Yes, sir. The future of the Earth rests upon our overcoming Nevedlina. We, the Yamato, are going to pave the way to the future. Commence the attack. We're going to end this now with our own power. Hell, persist, please. Thankfully, he still has Iron Wall, so that's exactly what he should be doing, is taking those hits. Damn it! And bit the dust on that one. Ruri Hoshino, you learn what it is to be human from those around you, just like me. Yes. So do you know the meaning of love? I do. Whoa, did you hear that, everybody? Well, Ruri is getting to be about that age. Could our Electron Fairy be headed for a scandal? Oh, don't say that. It wouldn't be fairy. Everyone, we're in combat. Try not to forget that. Thank you, Harry. Alright, Captain, what are your orders? Everyone, this is truly our last battle. We have to win. We have to save the world we all love. Mido's running out of energy! Vel, we should show her what love is. You mean you and me? Oh, for crying out loud, Vel, listen up, you dolt, because today I'm going to tell you how I really feel. I want you to know without a shadow of doubt, Vel, I love... Hold on, Lottie, Nevedlina's acting strange. Love, incomprehensible. Seems like the rate of her malfunction is increasing, though I'm not sure why. Oh, honestly, why don't you run an analysis and give me your test results right now? Anyway, this is clearly a great opportunity to attack. Fine, I've got it. If we don't hurry up and beat her, I'm not going to have anything to love anyway. Poor Lottie! Oh, sweetie, don't. It's okay to fall in love with an idiot, Lottie. Yeah, it's one of the earliest mechs they made, the Grungust. I hope you're ready, Nevedlina. You long for a battle like a savage beast, just what I expected of you, Ryoma Nagare. Yet even I know the meaning of love. What? Oh, that's the first I've heard of that. Come on, Hayato, even Ryoma's a human after all. That's right, the life of a human being is intertwined with love. It is our connection to others that lead to progress. I'm not sure I follow. I know what you mean, Go. I still have memories of how my father, my mother, and my sister all loved me. That's why we humans can fight. Nevedlina, we're not like you, simply carrying out some mission that was encoded into us. Looks like you can't even talk back anymore. In that case, let me end this by showing you something. When it's how terrifying Getter and the rest of us can be. Innovator, explain to me the meaning of love. I'm not really sure I have the right to talk about it. That's not true, Setsuna. It's not like romantic love is the only kind there is. I believe that your kindness, for example, is born of great love. That's why you're able to awaken as an innovator. You think that I know love? That's right, Setsuna. Your ability to understand others who drives the future. That is love. Incomprehensible. You want to know about love between a man and a woman? I'd be happy to tell you. Setsuna, all I can do is rely on you. I know that, Merida Ismail. Saving the world is my mission, is also my will. What is this? What is this overwhelming will to fight that I sense? Is this the love of Setsuna FCA? I am Setsuna FCA, pilot of the 00 Quant, and I will fight for the future of all life. Yeah. So you don't understand love, Nevedlina? You, a mere human, think I'm incomplete. No, I don't think I have any right to criticize you. What? Amuro. It may be that I do not truly understand love either. Commander? It's okay, Chan. The feelings of one person has for another move both people in the world forward. That I can believe. You find that to be the future of humanity? Which is why I'm going to stalk you, Nevedlina, so that I can see where humanity's headed with my own two eyes, and I will fight any who stand in the way. Oh, don't make Camille talk about love. In the normal timeline, not everyone he knows dies. You have to understand, Nevedlina, without love, the universe would be warped, wrapped up in a constant battle. I'm unable to comprehend this statement. It's because you don't understand that you are fighting like this. You're just a machine pretending to be human. We can't leave the fate of the earth in your hands. Can you not feel it, Nevedlina? The power, the feelings that all flow through my body? Incomprehensible. I must destroy all that so outside my understanding. And I will fight you as every living being in this universe. I'm going to put an end to this, Nevedlina. The universe does not wish for more battles. Jesus Christ! Guy, save him, please! Okay! Why? Why is it a weakling like you, always worried about what other people think of you, are able to stand up to me? Well, hey, stupid Shinji, because you just take it when people say things like that, and a stupid piece of scrap metal's looking down on you. She doesn't understand Ikari at all. Why, Asuka, why aren't you two just full of love? Love? What? Huh? What's that supposed to mean, Specs? What's wrong with you, stupid Shinji? Hurry up and finish off that lump of scrap. Right. Shinji, it seems you're surrounded by all kinds of love. Do even these people understand love when I'm unable to? This is last battle. You can do it, Shinji. Right. Nevertheless, I'm fighting so I can save the world. I'm the pilot of Evangelion Unit 01, Shinji Ikari. Wrong unit. That's not the unit we're using right now. Also, you talk a lot about love for someone without mentioning your boyfriend right behind you. This is a real different feel without the right music. Okay. Who else? Can you please word that something different, Danny? If you don't understand love, then I pity you, Nebenlina. Tatsuya Tsurugi, you who have dedicated your life to battle are surely the same as I. Don't tell me what my life is like. For all you know, I may very well have some nice girl after this battle's over. What? At the very least, I have my nephew and my followers. I know all about love for one's family and disciples, which is what I'm hardly going to lose to the likes of you, Nebenlina. Now finally, I want you to witness this power, my own power, and that of the great Mazan Emperor. Support attack, finish it off. Alright. Why? Why do you not give up? It is incomprehensible. Can't you tell? It's obvious. We have other people who believe in us. That's why we can fight. Incomprehensible. You have faced persecution as part of the Jin family. You ought to secretly fear and despise other humans. Don't you tell us how we ought to react? We don't fear or despise anybody. Not even Dad or any of the others felt that way. They fought on, believing that someday everybody would understand. Or why is it that I cannot understand something even the dog seems to grasp? Because you don't really know the first thing about humans. We're going to teach you a lesson, Nebenlina. A lesson about the obstinacy and pride of human beings. And we'll do it by risking our lives to defeat you. In case you forgot, they have a dog in the cockpit. Danny! No! Unacceptable! Not allowed! 100 years in the dungeon. I'd prefer if you shut your damn mouth. Alright, was there any other unit of mine who I actually wanted to hear from? Just for laughs. Let's see if Asuka has anything to say. No, she doesn't. Just to get that out of the way. Shin, do you have anything to say? Yep. Love, love, love. Incomprehensible. And that's why you're doing this. That's why you can wage war. If you really understood what it is to love, you would never be able to rob a person of their life merely for someone else's convenience. Shin's right. If you can't understand that, then you're no more than a machine after all. I am a being that has surpassed humanity. I refuse to let some of your humans humiliate me. Now that you, that's how you really feel, isn't it, Nevedlita? You fit right in with Gardam after all. I refuse to let someone like you dictate our fate. I'm gonna beat you and throw open the doors of destiny. Oakley doke. Not enough energy.
見た目以上の破壊力なんだから当たれポジコロンキャノン
This is my defeat. That also means the defeat of Gardam. I cannot let that be. What do you think you're doing? Defeat is unacceptable for Super Civilization Gardam, and if it is impossible for me to complete my mission, all that remains is to show you the power of Gardam. This dimensional horizon is warping rapidly around her. No, she's accelerating the space-time fusion. If we don't stop that, the Earth is doomed. It is no use. You cannot stop me with your current space-time control technology. What are you doing? I'm going to stop the distortion of this dimension. Ikari, can you even do that, stupid Shinji? The Eva nearly destroyed the principle behind this world, which means it ought to be able to protect it as well. You said it, Shinji. Now's the time to use all the power we've been granted. Let's go, Zero. I'm going to draw out every last bit of power strong enough to shake the dimension and fate alike. Oh, we're all going to show you what we can do. All the power together that we humans have. Sala Lacus. Let's go sing our song to the stars as well. Salia, we're going to sync up our Ragamails with Vilcus. I'm on it. We're doing the Save the Three Earths. This should not be possible. Distortion stopped. But if we don't defeat Nevedlita, she could come back to threaten us again someday. Wait, will attacks even work on her when she's in a dimensional distortion like this? Could I? Yes, sir. Preparing to fire the wave motion gun. Commander, the gravity anchor isn't functioning. If we fire the wave motion gun without it, we could severely damage Yamato in the blast as well. And if we lose the Yamato, the Cosmo reverse system goes with it. And how about this? We can support the Yamato. Thank you, everyone. No, that's completely reckless. You think you can actually counteract the wave motion gun's recoil? I'm prepared to risk my life. We've already made it this far. We're to make sure this works no matter what. Just be certain that you end this with one shot. Please, to save the 3 Earths. Okay, here we go, everyone. Make sure you're ready for this. Now we're going to show you humanity's true potential. All of our hopes and dreams. And all of our power. To open up a pathway to the future. That's why we're doing this. And I'll accept those lives are willing to risk. One last time!
総会長総監を戦術長に回せ総監戦術長に回します上部全閉鎖統制中央機作動安全装置解除エネルギー充填 120% ターゲットスコープオープン照準誤差修正プラス2度対ショック対先行防御電影クロスゲージ0の20照準固定発射まで3、2、1波動砲発射波動砲
With Zero in the way, because why not? Destruction at a time hole confirmed. Alright, Yamato is safe too. Impossible. Nevanlina, what is it? You fought hard for your duty and you have my respect. But now it's time for you to stop. That would mean the end of Gardam. Listen to me, Nevanlina. 9? A civilization is the product of its people. At the same time, you could say it's the civilization that defines the people who live in it. So all this I have done has been futile, and Gardam is destined to be destroyed? Here's the wonderful twist. What's important isn't the civilization, but the people. And the people of Gardam are still alive. What? People of Gardam who fled to Earth of the NCC dimension didn't force their civilization on others. They tried to fit in with the Earthlings of the time. Which is why they never activated me. Most likely. And as a result, they passed on their genes to the people living on Earth right now. What? When I was able to recall my original mission, I investigated the genetic data of everyone on the Yamato, and I discovered the genes of people from Gardam among them. But people of Gardam survive. You mean I tried to destroy their planet? Destroy their new civilization? Yes, Nevanlina. 2044, you were trying to protect them, weren't you? No, I was trying to protect was not Gardam, but the people who mean so much to me. You cannot regain what you've lost. That's what Sin's taught me. That's why I decided to protect not the past, but the future. I know, right? It was a good choice. Also, why didn't that data get shared when she absorbed your data twice? 2044. I admired how you lived among the humans, and so I sought out your data. But it seems I never truly understood humanity. Evelina. But now I have no fear or doubt. After all, by risking your lives to accomplish your goal, you've shown me once more how admirable you humans are. And 9, you have taken on my mission. So protect the planet. Protect the Earth. Look after it from now on. I promise, Nevanlina. Of course, that should really go without saying. After all, that's been our battle all along. The 3 Earths are rapidly approaching one another. Officer Sonata, it's time to use the Cosmo Reverse system. We finished switching it back with the Wave Motion Gun controller system. But there's still one more problem. Where's Commander Okida? He's not in his seat. Maybe he's gone back to his chambers? Remember, Okida's supposed to be dead or dying. Excuse me, Dr. Sato. Yes? Would you mind leaving me alone for a minute? Alright. Thank you. Sir. But I'm not really alone, am I? It must be the power of the GN particles in the Psycho Frame. I can feel the hearts and minds of all who love the Earth gathered around the Yamato. I must strive to become one with them. Now that I think about it, it's funny. With all these battles one right after another, I haven't had the time to really appreciate how I made it back here. Don't cry, Okida! What's happening? Spirits all around Earth are gathering into Yamato. Everyone is trying to save the planet. Come on. Char, Lala, Grandpa, Grandma, Dad! Ray, Chairman Durandal, Doc, Musashi, Michiro. Cosmo Reverse System reactivation confirmed. What's going on here? I don't know. Except this is a miracle. Everything's going back to the way it's supposed to be. Thank you. In case they couldn't make it any more explicit. So long, Okida. Well, Earth, I'm home. The Cosmo Reverse system halted the space-time fusion, causing all the Earths to repeat their various histories. The crew, meanwhile, prepared to face a new future. Universal Century Dimension. It's almost time. Yes, the peace treaty of the Federation Neo-Zeon establishing a new government is about to be assigned. And with that, long war between Earth and the space colonies will truly be at an end. According to my father, the central organization for the new government will be at the station in satellite orbit. So it will take on the role of Laplace that would have been announced in the charter of the Universal Century. That reminds me, Hathaway, didn't Bright say he was going into politics? It seems his original intention was to leave the forces and start a restaurant. Bright running a restaurant? I can't even imagine that. As someone who knew the true UC charter, he said he wanted to enact its principles in the new government. He also said he wanted to make sure society is a fertile enough place for new types to lead normal lives when they're born into it. He's really got a lot on his mind, doesn't he? So what do you all intend to do? Now that the war with Neo-Zeon is over, the Federation forces will be going through some big changes. If you have any interest in joining the forces, we can be very accommodating. Of course, we have no idea what's going to happen with ECOAS or Londo Bell. Camille, if you haven't made up your mind about what to do yet, you should join the forces. I'll be sure to take you as one of my subordinates. I don't have any intention of joining the forces, at least not for the time being. Camille and I are thinking of going back to medical school. I'm planning on joining the Jupiter fleet. You can leave Shangri-La to us. We're going to keep working at junk dealers, but one day we're going to set off some real fireworks. Play 2 and I will be what you know, though. What will you do, Merida? I don't know yet. I'll have to think things over with my father. How about you, Hathaway? Well, the Earth's climate is going to be changing. I'm going to study botany like I always wanted to. Benaj, what are your plans? I'm still thinking about that. You're not going back to Anaheim Tech? Are you going to join the Vis Federation? I've gotten an invitation from them, but I haven't made up my mind yet. Well, you'll have plenty of time to think. Audrey, are you sure you shouldn't be at the signing ceremony? I'm sure. After all, the power of the Zabi family is no longer necessary. I'll leave things at the ceremony to Commander Frontal, Nanai, and the rest. Considering how convincingly he played Char's ghost, I don't think you'll have to worry about that. Will you be staying in the forces, Commander Amuro? That's my plan. Of course, I won't be on the front lines. I'll be part of a team in the background developing next generation of mobile suits. And what are those going to be used for? It's about Deep Space Development Project. Are you serious? New government wants to go beyond the solar system? Eventually, my team will be laying the groundwork for that. Lane and I are going to be test pilots for the program. Camille, Judo, Hathaway, Benaji. Yes? What? Yeah? Amuro? You should go ahead and pursue whatever you want in life. And someday, if you're interested in our project, we'll be happy to have your help. We want to expand what's possible for humanity. Right. Good. Everyone present and accounted for. We're moving out shortly. Oh no, I got so caught up watching the broadcast signing ceremony I lost track of time. We have to go meet up with the Earth group, and then it's finally be time. We can tie up one last loose end from the fight. Jedi High School! Well, we're back. Yeah. The war is over and classes are starting up again. Everyone's coming back from all the different schools they've been sent to in the meantime. I'll be graduating soon, so it won't be for long. My normal life will be starting up again. I guess finally time for me to keep my promise. If you mean the one about going back to Jedi High School, I'd say you already kept it. No, not that one. The one I made into Car. Wait, which one was that again? The one where I said I'd kiss you if we were reunited. That's what I thought. I did save you from the misery of the Empire and Embryo's arsenal, but neither of those times seemed very appropriate, so I haven't kept it yet. So now that we've returned to Jedi High School, I think this is the perfect opportunity. You're so honorable about this type of thing. Would you rather I wasn't? Well, that's not what I meant. Then, Sosuke, what do you think you two are doing? Don't forget you're standing in front of the Holy Temple of Learning. God damn it, Tessa. Commander, why are you dressed like that? Can't you tell by looking? It's not much time left before graduation, but I was thinking of going to school here too. And that's not all. We're going to be acting as Tessa's protection, so we'll be living in town. I've always wanted to live in Japan. It's going to be a really fun mission. Okay then. You surprised? Yes, and it looks like we ruined what would have been a perfect chance for him. You said it. Cigar, I know it's not my place to comment on your private life, but as your superior officer, let me say one thing. Your love life in high school should be entirely pure. Understood. And I will engage in a kiss with you at graduation. Oh, you're impossible. Anyway, it seems like school will be getting pretty lively, so let's avoid causing an uproar. Of course. As long as I have you, I don't need any weapons at all. Tokyo 3. So, you aren't going to pilot the Eva again? I don't know. What about the Angels? Apparently they're not sure whether they're going to show up again. So we've been told to stand by here in Tokyo 3. Well, that doesn't sound so bad. Yeah, Toshi's right. That way we can all go to school together. Yeah. Keep spending time with idiots like that, and you're going to end up getting dumber. We'll be going now, Akari. So don't be late. What was that all about? Shinji, are they both into you? No, it's not like that. Well, must be hard being popular with the ladies. Ayanami, Asuka, looking forward to being there. From all the above data, we calculate that if the situation persists, the composition of seawater will return to its state from before the second impact in a month. You're saying the seas will turn blue again? We're not certain of the cause. I should think it would be obvious. The Cosmo reverse system, eh? Now, as long as we recreate the sea life whose genetic information we have stored, and allow some time for breeding, the oceans will eventually return to normal. I see. So if no more angels do appear, what will happen to us? Nerf could be shut down. I guess we'll have to deal with that when time comes. At any rate, it's better than waiting in fear for the world coming in. That concludes my report. Well done. For Yusuke, I'll leave the rest to you. That's unusual for you, Commander. Meeting on time for once. Yeah, right? Ava with a happy ending. Well, we do have somewhere to be today. Let's go, Captain Katsurugi. Yes, sir. That's one big feast for the whole family, eh? Sounds like you wanted to go, too. Kaoru's there just cuz. Space is our future. Yeah, and the battle with Neo Zeon is over, too. What do you think? Want to use Mazinger go to a part-time job constructing colonies? No, that's not it. When I say space, I'm not talking about the solar system. I mean deep space. You want to go past the solar system? What's so surprising about that? We just finished traveling somewhere 168,000 light years away. Compared to that, Milky Way is a really small place. This isn't good, boss! Now Kabuto's whole concept of scale is on a galactic level. Shut up! If he says going to space, I'm going there with him. Me too, Koji. Don't forget that young Getter team, too. That's right, if you're going out in deep space, you're going to need the power of Shin Getter Dragon. Alright then, let's use that thing to set out an adventure in search of the origins of Getter radiation. Wait, you consider yourself part of the young team? Of course! Don't you go pretending to be young and forget about us. Compared to the Asia universe, we're all not just young, we're less than chicks. Researching Getter radiation, huh? Hardly leave that to Ryoma of all people. I suppose we'll have to tag along too, otherwise it wouldn't be the Getter team. That's right, you need all three of us for that. Don't work too hard, you youngsters. I'll have to keep track of them all from here from Earth. Mom, Dad, I'm gonna get even stronger and follow after the others someday. That's the spirit, Shiro. You and Koji are the ones who are gonna shape the future, after all. Yeah, none of you are ready to take up symbol of Earth just yet. That's right, if you go to work to improve that mindset of yours, you'll never reach the truth. Oh, we know that. We'll get there someday, even if we have to do it by force. But first we need to tie things up after that battle. Mono Bell will be here for us soon. Right, I'll start getting ready in a minute. We're gonna do this, Mazinger. We're gonna be strongest in all of space. We're on our way, Getter. I'm gonna go on, whether my heart leads me. 2 more dimensions to go! United Emirates of Orb. Wonder what's gonna happen in this world. What are things gonna be like without Embryo and Black Nora running things behind the scenes? Their existence being kept from the citizens, but chaos is spreading in the founding nations so that they can no longer use mana. That may lead us to the start of another war, but it might not. Yeah, I don't believe humans are that stupid. They are! Kira, Shin. Kira, what are you going to do now? I was thinking of taking a trip. Why? Well, the world's going to change. I'd like to see it with my own eyes. And after that, I think I'll be able to decide how I want to live my life. I see. But I won't be able to go with you. I have to do things I need to in Orb. Athrun, you. You think it's hopeless, Kigali? No, thank you. Shin, would you want to come with me? And I'm asking you to fill in for Athrun. Me, really? Yeah. That's a great idea. You should learn everything you can about the great wide world, Shin. I suppose you're right. I am. I'd like to see how much you grow, Shin. Alright then, Kira. I don't know if I'll be any use, but I'll go with you. I'd like to change too. I'm looking forward to it, Shin. I feel the same as you do. Kira, Shin, I wish you all the best. May your future be as bright as the sun. The world's changing. Sadness and hatred are things of the past. Our desires and our strengths cleared a path forward for the world. That's what we are fighting for, so we have to keep moving forward too. Are you really sure about this, Cappe? It's something all three of us decided. We're gonna put the Zambot 3 to rest. So please, Ichitaro, sink it into the ocean. And we'll all go our own ways. I'm gonna succeed Dad and become a fisherman. I'm gonna start studying so I can become a doctor too. I'm gonna start a farm with my family and the others and buy a lot more horses. I see, so you've all chosen paths for yourself. It's like how you decide you want to be an engineer. Grown up so much, Cappe. Come on, cut it out. I still have a long way to go compared to Dad. Yeah, it is a bit of a littering issue. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be an even greater fisherman than he was. So long, Zambot 3. If you ever need your powers again, I'll come get you. But that day may never come, so rest in peace at the bottom of the ocean. So the world is finally at peace. Don't let your guard down, Toppo. Never know what might happen from here on out. That's right, just because Embryo and Black Nora are gone doesn't mean the war will never happen again. I know that. Why don't you all have some tea before you go on? Best consider the state of things to come in a calm and relaxed state of mind. You heard anything from Banjo? Nothing. Hurry up and come back to us, Banjo. I'm home! Banjo! Seems like I made it in time for tea. Your timing could not have been better. So did you find a job? Of course, after all, I'm Banjo Haran. Is it related to some Poochie concern? No. You're gonna have Private Eye again? Not that either. The stage will be outer space. After all, the Earth is far too small a place for me. Outer space? Start with when we're participating in the re-establishment of the abandoned Mars Reclamation Team. So you're going to Mars, sir? Yes, not to dig up the past, but as a first step for the future. Very good, sir. With that settled, we ought not waste any time. I still begin preparations to leave immediately. I'll be going too, of course. You know, wherever you are, Beauty will be there also. You always try to interfere with Banjo and I, Beauty. And of course, you can hardly do without me, your most promising disciple. Alright, everyone. I'll be counting on you from here on out. The sun is with me. We're going to become the light to illuminate this world, no longer under the control of darkness. Well, that takes care of the overhaul and every unit of the Brave Express Corps. Great work, Mr. Osaka. I say you deserve some praise too, Hamada. We ever got to her plot? Still, I can hardly believe it. The whole time we were off traveling to Iskandar, you came back to the Auto Factory, Luna. We'll get to her later. She's in it. We'll play her. We'll deal with her in a different game. She's wild. Well, I did get a little hurt, but don't worry, I'm fine now. Everyone's recovered from all that damage. Now the Brave Express Corps can resume our operations. We're gonna have to keep fighting, even though the X7 and Black Nora are both gone. It's true, we defeated the great evil, but you never know when someone else might show up to threaten the peace. That's true. We must be ready for that. Anyway, Brave Express Corps isn't just for fighting. There's rescue operations after an accident or disaster, planetary development and visiting new regions of space, restoring areas affected by the space-time fusion, and laying rails to the deserts and seas. Speaking of rails, we should also help the squad leader Ibitaki's parallel boson jump railway plan. It feels good to have people relying on us. Yes, of course, it may be too much for us to handle alone. Is me any idea where Joe might be? I reached out everywhere to try and find him, but his whereabouts remain unknown. After Joe came back to his dimension, he disappeared without saying a word. Don't worry, Master Maida. He is your lifelong rival after all. Be sure to cross paths with you again. Yeah, I know. More importantly, Wolfgang and the others who got away in all the confusion could start some evil plot again. We'll have to fight them when the time comes. We'll have to fight in defense of justice. Hey there, Mido, everyone. Your tea and snacks are ready. Thanks, Sally. I'll dig right in then. Yes, as long as Sally is here, Mido's future is assured. What do you mean by that? Nothing. We'll stay a mystery for long, I would think. Mido? We got one last battle one last thing to take care of after that battle, and then we should talk. So I'd like to discuss our future. Okay. Well then, Mido, we should be getting ready to go. The Brave series, yep! Good connection, Danny! Yes, you're right, Kane. Brave Express Corps. Prepare to fall out of the A station. We'll meet up with the Desco squad and tie up everything after the last battle. Don't worry about these characters, we never were introduced to most of them. So what do you think? Delicious. Now that's the ramen I remember you making, Akido. I completely agree with the commander. It's orthodox Tokyo-style ramen done right. It's been so long since I've had it. This is definitely that special ramen you worked so hard on before, Akido. Well done, Tenkawa. This is sure to bring in the customers. Oh, I still have a long ways to go. I haven't even started the recipe yet. I still don't have the kind of palate I need to make the adjustments to account for the weather and time of year. Did I tell you? That's why I'll be doing all the tasting. I have complete faith in your taste, Eureka. Unlike my own skill, that's one thing I want to do myself. You'll be fine. Little by little, you're getting better, Akido. Yeah, Lapis is right. This is all due to your intense treatment and rehabilitation you've gone through. Thank you, Ruri. Lapis. So what about your plans from here on out, Akido? You're gonna work in Haomei's shop? Or you're just gonna be the Nadesco's cook again? No, I think I'm gonna keep practicing here at this stand. Well said, Akido. No doubt you have the skills to master the specially constructed ramen stand that I, Seiya Ogatake, have crafted for you. I can understand how you feel, but I don't know. This all-black style of yours might drive off customers. No problem. I'm the one to deal with customers. But Yurika. So I, Yurika Tenkawa, am discharging myself from the fleet, effective immediately. Is that why you wanted to try Akido's ramen today, to get my permission? No doubt it will mean a lot of trouble for Yurika, but you caused some trouble for her, she caused some trouble for you, and you live your lives together. That's what it is to be married, Akido. Dad, Akido, take good care of my daughter. I will. It's gonna be a bit lonely on the bridge. Don't worry, Captain. I'll work hard to fill in for Yurika, too. And don't forget about me. Thank you both. Thank you, Ruri. It's all thanks to you that I was able to let go of my hatred in my past. No, that I believe is due to the strength of love that you and Yurika share. You know, I can't help but feel embarrassed when you put it bluntly like that. Love will save the world. Between you two in that fight, that's what I learned. Yeah, but that's enough about that. Don't you think it's about time we got going to Nadesco? Atsuki, are you bringing that today too? Well, I heard that Tenkawa's big all-or-nothing moment, so I figured I should wear my best set of clothes. In other words, your favorite set of clothes. Well, I'm grateful to all of you. Take care of Lapis from now on. Akido, let's go tie everything up after the last battle. Alright everyone, prepare to launch. You're killing me! But I can keep going. Everyone's here, right? Yeah. As you all know, it's become impossible to use mana now that Aura's been released. And the distortion between mana users and distinction between mana users and Norm is breaking down. So the dragons will no longer be attacking, Area D is no longer off limits. And there's no need for Arsenal, is there? So what are we going to do now? Should we ask Ruri for permission to join Nadesco? I prefer to be part of Celestial Being. We should have the Senpuji concern recommend us for too. No, don't rely on someone else's help. Ange, the whole world has been reborn. We have to determine our own paths for the future. Well said, Lady Angelise. I understand what you're getting at, but still. Don't make it sound like it's so easy. If you've taken over as commander, I assume you have a plan, isn't that right, Ange? Of course. I call it the Arsenal Paradise Plan. The what? Arsenal Paradise? As a lone island among distant seas, this place has the hidden potential to become the perfect resort. What? You want to turn Arsenal into a resort? That's right. I've already talked with Jasmine. We have all the resources we need to remodel it. Let's all work together to rebuild this place, just like how the world itself was reborn. Hilda will be in charge of rebuilding the facilities. Rosalie and Chris will help her. Right. Ursha will be in charge of the restaurant. Vivian, you'll be assisting her. You've got it. Leave the tasting to me. What about me? Salia, you'll be in designing our uniforms for our workers. That is to say for all of us. Can you do that? I'd love to. Momoko will be in charge of customer relations. I'll put everything I have into this. Jasmine will head up supplies. Maggie will deal with health concerns. Emma will manage finances. May can take care of our equipment. Pamela, Hikaru, and Olivier can take care of reception. Are you okay with this, Joe? Sure, whatever you want. I gave all my authority to you. Ange, what about me? Eye candy. Got it. Well, the Arsenal's resort famously has beautiful staff. I forgot! Are you saying you want me to dress up as a girl? No, that's not what I meant. You're going to be the assistant manager. In other words, you'll be my partner. Alright, I'll do everything in my power to help out. Sally, you'll be in charge of bringing the customers from the UC dimension. Be sure to bring my mother along. I'd like nothing more, but are you sure that's a good idea, Ange? What do you mean? With Embryo gone, the founding nations are in chaos, and fighting could break out at any time. Anyone who wants to fight can do so. You know what I still can't believe? Lady Sylvia is the one who's leading the group of citizens seeking to overthrow the old order. She's begun to walk on her own 2 feet. No need to worry about her. Ange's little sister, if you don't remember. But what if the order comes out on top and decides to destroy Arsenal as a demonstration of their power? That much is obvious. We'll fight to stay alive, even if it means destroying the world. And you really are like no one else I know. Alright everyone, let's finalize our schedule up to the opening of our resort before Nadesco shows up for us. Deep Space Vessel Celestial Being Bridge! Are you going, Setsuna? In the large megalithic cloud is the new correct century. We were able to come to compromise with the LS and the Gamillas. I'd like to try that in this world too. We'll do our best, Setsuna. Even if us non-innovators can really help out only by being your bodyguards. But we definitely want to reach some sort of understanding too. We'd like to make sure that your journey progresses safely. Clearing the way for innovators, huh? Sounds like Celestial Being's mission is alive and well. Thank you, everyone. I'll be counting on you. We'll see each other again, right? Of course we will, Saji. Good. I want to hear about your trip, Setsuna, what you saw and what you experienced. I promise to tell you everything, Louis. Keep following your heart, Setsuna. I'll lend you my immortality, so Celestial Being will never die. Thank you. Your Federation forces will aid you in your journey too, however informally. Thanks, Kadi. The Federation is really helping so much by providing us with Celestial Being. Now that we have fighting has come to an end, it's finally time for us to go. Grace, is perfect opportunity for you to tell Seisei how you feel. No, I'm okay. But she has so much love to give. I'll be thinking of her, and that's enough for me. Thank you, Felt. What? The flowers you gave me also gave me hope for peace. That's why I was able to work things out with the ELS. I'm glad, Setsuna. You weren't wrong, Setsuna. You were right too, refusing to fight. Trusting one another, trying to understand one another. That's how I'll journey to the Milky Way. New correct century dimension! Jupiter Colony Dock. Kincaid, Captain Barra. Now you can finally go back to being Seabrook Arno and Cecily Fairchild. About that, Tobia. I'm gonna keep being Barra Rona for a little while longer. Why? Crux Digantia has fallen and Jupiter Empire's been crushed for good. Is it because of me? Bernadette? Is it so you can unite the people of Jupiter in my place, Captain Barra? Well, that is right, but you shouldn't feel responsible. This is my way of thanking you after returning from your journey. Captain Barra, you're still young. You want to gain more experience before you lead the people of Jupiter. The world's going to change. We should see what it's like first. Are you sure? 3 years. That's how much time I'm going to give you. 3 years. Until then, she will remain Baranoa, and I will be Kincaid now. Thank you, Kincaid, Captain Barra. We'll be leaving Bernadette in the Crossbone Vanguard, you, Tobia. I understand. Tell us there will be many places need our help throughout the changing world. For that reason, we'll fly the Skullheart banner and sail across the sea of outer space. And in 3 years' time, I'll come back to Jupiter, no matter what. And I'll be right there with you, Bernadette. I don't care what you try to say. Thank you, Tobia. Well, now it's been decided, let's head back to Earth. We've got one last loose end to tie up, don't we? That's right. We have to go and see off the man who gave his life in order to save the Earth. I hope you see this, Commander. You risked your life for it, and there it is. Earth. Do you see this, Commander? The Earth is coming back to life. Thanks to the stars in the Cosmo Reverse system, it's starting to recover. Beautiful like it used to be. If only you were here to see it with us. Okida, seems like all your friends and subordinates from 3 different dimensions are here to see you off. All that's left of you done is you can leave us to us now. Rest in peace, Okida. All members of Haven Defenders, a salute for Commander Okida. Thank you, Commander. I'll never forget what you taught me. And I swear from now on, together with Yamato, I will continue to watch over that blue planet. Guess the ride's finally over, huh? I guess so. You're still gonna be a test pilot? I certainly intend to. What about you, Velt? Same here. Plan to keep working both as a researcher and as test pilot. And I guess we'll be parting ways. What are you talking about? There's no need for us to say goodbye. What do you mean? Come on, the distance between the US and Germany is much less nothing compared to 336... Am I wrong, Lottie? No, you're right. You just say one thing. I'll be seeing you around. Yeah, see you around too, Velt. Commander Okida, looks like your legacy is in our hands. Today's the last official day of the Haven Defenders. It might be, but our fight is just beginning. The Earth may be regenerating, but it'll take time before everything can be completely restored. Yes, sis, I understand. Seems our mission from now on will be to help with rebuilding. I'll be counting on you, 9. After all, we went through all that trouble disarming the Grand Vang and refitting it in order to optimize your functioning. Even if it's limited, we did install that parallel jump, which required Gardam's advanced technology. We're going to be busy from now on. I understand. As an ERS 100, I will carry out my mission to restore the Earth. You said you were 99 because you considered yourself incomplete. You must have reached 100 by now. Not yet. After all, I still don't understand love. Hey, Chitose! I thought you were going to teach 9 about love when the battle was all over. Wait, did I say that? You need to take responsibility for what you say, sis. Maybe I should play the recording I saved. That might jog your memory. Whoa now, no need for all that. So I want to see what kind of lesson you have in store. Well, I didn't actually have a plan or anything. It's not like I've ever gone out with anyone myself, so I'm not even sure what I know what love is. Then we'll have to find out together. Yes, why don't we do that? I'm sure if we travel through all 3 different dimensions, we're bound to find it. Of course, your boyfriend will have to be someone who lives up to my standards. There it is! told you it was queer baiting! This fucking line stabs me in the heart! And this is gonna be a real challenge. You know how strict you can be, 9. Let's get this out there and really do this. I don't have any plans for after I see Tatsu, but I'll be going to any dimension out there to answer any requests for help. This may well be a journey that goes on even longer than light years, so I'm counting on you, 9. You got it, sis. We'll be together forever. That's why I say queerbaiting! That one fucking line! We don't get to skip this, but... Oh, I do. Got it. Okay, cool. I normally would want to watch the entire thing. But I have one final thing to show all of you. There's one last thing we have not seen. Load. We're gonna load a playthrough, my previous playthrough. This one should be it. Wait, I'm dumb. This isn't the one I want. I need this one. This is gonna be the final fucking battle, isn't it? I'm gonna be skipping through a lot of dialogue. There's a special thing you can do to skip through it. Anyway, this is the VangNex. The other upgrade. It gets a map attack! And a couple other cool things. So we're gonna see that. Come on, where's my skip? There it is. There's a special, if you hold R1 and the options button, it lets you skip a bunch of stuff. And this is also the other route split where you're not in the secret ending. Unfortunately, it doesn't let you skip everything. There's the VangNex the second. Okay. I was like, I better have gotten the VangNex the second in this playthrough. As you can see, I use pretty much the same units. Oh, I actually use Riddy. Huh. Okay. I guess I use Riddy in this one. Yeah, Gardem shows up early in this version. They go straight to System Nevedlina. We don't care about this plot. And then this asshole shows up. Kills his clone. Skip, skip, skip. All right. Soji in the VangNex. Let's show off all the attacks.
Guardian, 止めてみせます。
やり方はいくらでもある。
Basic attack. Yeah, it's basically just the same scaled up VangNex, really. You should have Zeal. You do. Oh, I gave him hitting away. Huh. I guess I forgot I did that. I did a lot of weird things in this playthrough. In phase. Yes, Joe Bob. I do plan on playing X. I'm gonna break it up and play a different game after I'm on Monday. I'm gonna start a different game, but it's a short game. It might only take me a week or two to beat it. And then I'm gonna move on to X right after. Standalone particle cannon Seiron. Zero in, just so you stop taking hits. Yeah, this is just an extra thing I'm showing on the side. This is the version of the upgrade for a real robot, quote unquote. This is a different playthrough. I just beat the regular playthrough with the super version that I prefer. But I'm still showing this off because otherwise you wouldn't be able to see it. After we're done with this little exhibition, I'm done for the night. I'm way over my limit. I have work tomorrow.
ただの AI に負けるかよ。エネルギーをバスターに回せ。照準補正。発射準備完了。
This is where stuff gets pretty cool. Meow. That's also his map attack. Same animation. Yeah, that's a pretty cool attack. Just you wait.
これもレスで威力だぜ。
We got one more. Ultimate Tactical Charge. Gokuen.
ただの AI に負けるかよ。
VangNexフルアクセル。
俺たちが超速の弾丸になる。
ミサイルで追い込みます。
ナイスだ。ナイス。あとは俺がやる。食らえってんだよ。
That's not all.
これでとどめだ。
Super short range, in your face, with the big cannon. Capu. Alright! And that is the VangNex all attacks. Wanted to show that off before we ended this. But with that, everyone, this is the end of Super Robot Wars V. As I just said, next week I will be playing a different game. I'm gonna be confronting a demon of my past. Which is to say, I have many games that I played as a kid that I didn't either understand, didn't have the instruction manual, or just wasn't good enough to beat. Several of those games I've done YouTube playthroughs in the past years. This time, I'm gonna be taking on an NES title. I'll tell you what you got that is for you folks on Monday. But for now, tomorrow I'm going to actually get this all uploaded to Twitch on the Collection and YouTube's playlist and get it all set up. This has been a blast. I'm glad I got through everything that I wanted to today. so we can start the next playthrough.